What's up, guys? This is episode 3 of the D Boyz podcast. Ethan, what are we going to be doing today?
We're going to be doing part 2 of our rides and shows tier list of Magic Kingdom. We're going to pick it back up at the tea party.
We'll see you there.
So we went to Disney yesterday, and we were able to actually get a couple of things that we knew that was coming up that we both wanted to do because they were pretty big, heavy hitters. And we both had things that we had to do on the list. We'll get down and tell you that story whenever we get to the item. But like I said, we're going to be starting with Mad Hatter Tea Party with this part. Before we get into that, though, we do have a little thing that we went and got yesterday. We have those magnets that you'll probably see it on our socials. It was a limited time event. I've actually never seen it in all the years that I've been a pass holder, that they let you get 3 different magnets. These magnets have come out previously, but I don't know if it's like a re-release or they just had a bunch of extras. But yesterday was the first day to get them, December 3rd. How was that line?
The line was very long, but it moves really quick. But the amount of people I saw complain about the line was almost longer than the line itself.
Yeah.
So many people going up to cast members complaining about how long the line was and whatnot. But didn't see a lot of gratitude of the special opportunity to have more magnets. Would like to see some appreciation going out too for what they're trying to do for us as pass holder members.
Yeah, that's totally real. It's that we as pass holders, we pay for a service and we get that service. So many people expect a free gift or a free thing, and they do that. Like this year was the calendar, which I really like. We got a free calendar with stickers and all that. We aren't in the contract. It's not stating that we have to get certain things for free. And then 2 times a year we get 1 magnet. And that seems like enough for me and that special moment. So technically we're getting 5 for our passes. We got the Crush one, and then we got another one coming up in January to February.
Right.
And then we got these 3 released. That's 3 more than the average person gets per year. And like you said, it's actually crazy that people complain, and like complaining to the wrong people too. Every cast member that I heard that got complained to were like, I apologize, but I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's out of their hands. You know,
Crazy.
just complaining to complain.
But beyond that, if you're a pass holder, it ends, I think, on the 12th. So go get those magnets. It's the Animal Kingdom. The line does move super fast because all you do is scan your it has to be on the app or it
has to be on your wallet.
The wallet. Yes, that's right. It has to be on your wallet, and you have to have your ID if you're not a minor. That's pretty basic thing. So as long as you have it ready, boop, here's my ID, check the name, you're good, you're getting out. So have your stuff ready to move that line quicker. Light work.
Yep, you ready to start?
Yeah. So like I said, Mad Hatter Tea Party. How do you feel about this one?
You know, we would always hit this every time we would go. This was kind of one that we would do a lot. And I always just remember sitting in a teacup with my family. We're all really little. And seeing the big teapot in the middle and just getting to watch and spin around. I really enjoyed it as a kid. But now might not enjoy it as much until I might get to experience that when I have kids eventually and have that same kind of feeling towards it, just because I'm not there to spin in circles and circles and circles. But
right. I remember we only went on it once, and that was my very first time going back when I was a wee little lad. And we never gone on ever again. Ever again. I don't like getting dizzy, and I did confirm that the little center thing, you take it, you spin it, and it spins you faster. And yeah, I know, knowing our family, we would take it and spin it as fast as we possibly can.
We would too.
And that's just not my thing. I'm not trying to get dizzy. I probably wouldn't throw up, but I know I'd feel sick for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that to me is like it's essentially a greatly themed county fair ride.
Yeah.
At our county fair, it was the strawberries that were the same thing. So I don't know how you're gonna rank it, but I'm gonna have to rank it. Gonna have to go D for me.
Yeah, I was thinking D or F.
The only reason I put it above F is because of the nostalgia for me behind it. But if it wasn't for that, it'd be a little rough. It'd be a hard day.
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree to put it in D. Let's not have any F tier ones just yet. Actually, who knows? Maybe we'll be a grateful bunch. And
no, there's one ride that's getting it. Y'all see.
Oh jeez.
On to our next rating. It's gonna be the laugh floor. Monsters Inc.'s laugh floor, where it's a little kind of comedy show. What do you think about it, Ethan?
I love it. I love comedy shows just in general, but this one specifically, I love Monsters Inc. Very, very good movie, and this laugh floor brings you into the world, like physically, but also like emotionally, and I love that. I love the idea about it because like it truly does immerse you with all of the things. Like in the movie at the end, they thought, they found out that laughs were better, and so they bring you into their world and they make you laugh and all that. And I think that the jokes are, they're corny. This more or less the same thing. I think they have 3 or 4 segments that they rotate and only show 2 per show. But the fact that the characters on the screen are actual actors in the back is awesome to me. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people or places do that, where they have this hidden person behind this cartoon and they're interacting with people in the audience. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I think looking at all of that, it's definitely a great show. But as a person that doesn't like the spotlight on them like that, the first time I went on it a couple years ago, I walked out. First 2 minutes after I saw someone get called on, I was like, "That's not me. That's not my ball," and I walked straight out. The most recent time I went in there was the first time I actually sat through the whole thing, and I thank the Lord that I didn't get called on, because I would not have done anything. I'd have just blank stared at the screen.
Yeah, that's crazy. There is one segment that they didn't play during ours, but they go through the story of Monsters Inc. and they pick on like 4 or 5 different people to play on it, and every person has to do something. Like when they call, you're going to be Mike Wazowski, and then you have to cover one eye, or you're Randall, and every time they put the screen on you, you have to like duck under to disappear or whatever. So that would have been terrible if you got picked on during that.
It would have been awkward, because Randall would not be disappearing. Well, he would have, just out of the room. So
no way. That would be actually so funny to watch and have them react as you just getting up and then moving the camera as you like literally dip out that building. Jeez. Well, obviously, how did you actually like it though? Besides, not wanting to get called on, but you sat through it. So how'd you like it? The jokes, the entertainment.
I think if I knew from the beginning I'm not going to be called on, I like it.
Okay.
But if I'm getting called on, not going in, not doing that. I want to be there to observe and watch. I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you could go into some cast member like, hey, don't call on me.
Maybe tell them like I'm nervous.
Yeah, you got a little stage fright.
A little anxious.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love it, and I have a lot of nostalgia around it. I think I want to put this in A tier.
I'll negotiate and give you a B.
Okay. With all the precedents. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a B.
All right. I'll accept that one. I shows definitely go on like that. It seems like a lot of those shows deserve a B tier. Perfect. All right, next one we got is Peter Pan. What is your first experiences with that?
That was always a ride that we did. Actually, that's one we would do every time. Um, family, everyone liked it. Um, even riding it again, we would always watch Peter Pan all the time. Actually, so still to this day, I like it. It's not like a ride that you're gonna be like thrilled and amped about after, but it's a nice change of pace. It's not worth the wait.
No,
Unless
not
if
that
you have
way.
kids, it's not worth the wait. If it's over 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it's not worth it. But if you're looking for something different and you're kind of getting a little woozy from all the other rides out there, it's a good change of pace.
Yeah, I remember one of my first times riding it that I remember, and it has some cool effects. They like to do the forced perspective. I feel like back then with the technology that they had, there wasn't a lot of with technology and stuff that they could use, and so they used a lot of that forced perspective of making these objects super small, but they look like they're far away. Which is, that's super cool to me. And it's a cool concept. It's a chill ride. It's cold, but like you said, that wait is crazy. I see it as it's as long as Tron or Space Mountain at times, or longer. Yesterday, it was like 35 minutes when Tron was only 20.
Yeah, it's sometimes over 100 minutes to get on Peter Pan. And like you said, a lot of some big, heavy rides are normally less than that. So you can tell a lot of families like to gravitate to that ride. I'm going to give it a C.
Okay, C tier.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a C.
Look,
If it wasn't such a pain to get on,
that's why I low-key think it's a D tier.
really,
Because Astro and Enchanted Tales of Belle seem better. Like, those are genuinely better to ride than Peter Pan. And because of the 100-minute wait that it could have, it just
that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So you think D with her?
I'll accept it. I'll accept it.
I know people are going to be mad about it because it's Peter Pan. Everyone loves Peter Pan.
It hurts it hurts the inner me. It hurts
the child in you.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah,
but sometimes you just have to have reality check.
All right, so the next one we got is Pirates of the Okay, this is a quick pause. I have a lot of friends that say Caribbean. No, Caribbean. I have a lot of friends that say Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. But I say Pirates of the Caribbean. How do you feel?
It's Caribbean.
Right, it's Caribbean.
If you say Caribbean, I'm sorry. That's not it.
Yeah. I don't care if they were originally supposed to be in the Caribbean, or I actually don't know. I don't know what entails in the actual place, but it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's Caribbean.
All right, cool.
No discussion.
Yep. Now the discussion goes on to the ride itself. I think we've gone on it every time we've been to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it's definitely a staple ride. Just watching it every time, I'm amazed how they make it like it's dark, but then they also will have stuff going across the roof. And the only way that you know you're actually in a building is when you look up and you see an air vent every once in a while. Right. But besides that, it doesn't even seem like you're in a building. So that's really cool. Even the drop's good. Like, it's all good. I like, as a person that likes Pirates of the Caribbean a lot, I really enjoy the ride. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I love when you first drop, because like at the beginning it looks very cramped when you're in the cave, and like, okay, the beach scene is kind of and the little tiny boat is kind of that's on the side, and I'm like, at first I was like, this is gonna be like a bummy ride, and then you drop, then you enter, see that giant pirate ship, and you see the fort, and then they're shooting cannonballs. And I love the fact that they shoot up water at you and stuff like that. Like, that's really cool. And then the different scenes. The other scene that I love is the when the town's on fire, and that smell that you smell of like the city burning or whatever. It's so good and so nostalgic for me that I actually there's a company that makes the sense of the sense of Disney. So that scent that they spray out by the candy shop, I have that one, and then obviously the fire one, and it's still nostalgic for me. And I love the movies too, so seeing Jack in it is pretty cool.
You talking about the scent for you? The scent for me with that ride that's so nostalgic is the smell of the water. It's almost the moment you step in the queue, you have the smell of the water.
Yeah.
And I'll get that smell every once in a while at work, and I'm just like, I could be at Disney.
Yeah.
Like, it brings me back to being there, and then it makes me want to go even more. I'm going to give it an A. I don't know what you're going to give it.
I was thinking S.
You're thinking S.
I think I was giving an S tier. I mean, we gave Haunted Mansion an S. I think Haunted Mansion, and we've done Haunted Mansion every time we went to Disney too.
But I think Haunted Mansion's better than
Really?
Pirates.
That's crazy.
That's for another time.
So you think Jungle Cruise, the boat ride, is on the same level as Pirates of the Caribbean boat ride?
Yes.
All right. We'll put in an A. There's going to be some haters. Dad, sorry about it. He's actually probably going to be mad. But, it is what it is. Okay. So what's actually funny about this is I didn't know this was the official name until I was doing research for this, but it's Prince Charming's Royal Carousel. That's just the carousel that's behind the castle. What are some basic thoughts on that for you?
To me, it's kind of the same thing as teacups. I mean, it's in the middle. You don't miss it. You see it all the time, but it's not something you're going to be riding all the time, especially when you get older. Mm-hmm. It's not something you're riding.
Right. Right.
It's also, they have that at the county fair. When I'm going to a big theme park like Disney, I'm trying to get something that I don't get a chance to ride all the time. Like some of the big things, some of the water rides, some of the things like that. But I don't know. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's just a carousel. I do think, however, it's very, very pretty at night. Whenever we were there yesterday, we were watching, and I think it was gorgeous. It was lighting up the whole area and all that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't even go for long. It's really, you just go around 3 times, I think.
3 or 4 times, yeah.
And the ones at the county fair go around for a quick bit longer. And yeah, it's I think I've gone on it once. I think it might be an F tier.
You messed it up. I was gonna say 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna go.
Where are you gonna go?
F.
F, yeah. Okay. I mean, like, you go on it once, and I don't know.
It's one of those things you have to do just so you can say you've done it before.
Right.
And then you don't do it again.
Right.
It's definitely one of those things.
Yeah. Not at all worth it, I would say. Next is Seven Dwarfs. I haven't been on it in a while. I don't know if has it gone through refurbishment at all?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So, like, I know the basics of it. I remember when it did come out. That was super cool. And it was like neat that you could rock it back and forth at some parts. But it doesn't blow me away.
Really? See, for me, my mom loves that ride. So we always will do that ride every time we go to Magic Kingdom. I love it. It's generally around the same wait time as Tron. But I like it. I like the fact that you can rock. We will normally rock the logs at the end of the ride. In the beginning, we'll just start rocking, and we normally create a trend, and everyone starts doing it in the line. We get the whole cart rocking. And then the fact that it has two pictures. You know,
Really?
it has two pictures on the ride.
Okay.
So that adds something to the ride as well. And my mom knows where they are, but I never do. Yeah, I'd like it. And I think I like it more because there's something that she likes to ride there too.
Yeah.
So I think that adds more to the reason why I like to ride and enjoy it.
Yeah. I definitely remember riding it and that it was fun, but I remember that I'm not, every time I see the wait, I'm not eager to ride it because I see the wait is high. You know what I mean? But like Tron, I'm still eager to ride it. You know what I mean? Like if Tron or Seven Dwarfs were at 20 minutes, I'm riding Tron. You know what I mean? Like I'm hardly ever choosing Seven Dwarfs. And for that, I'd probably give it a B.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna go S.
S tier. Oh shoot.
I love it.
Wow.
It's great.
Okay.
It's new. The queue is great. All the different sort of things. It doesn't feel like you're just in one long line. They divide it up really well. It's almost divided into 3 separate sections. The queue, the cast, outfits fit it really well. The theming's done really well. And it goes fast when it needs to go fast. And then you can take it in, especially when you're in the cave watching on mine. Everything, like,
I did forget
like
about that part.
It's all done like really well. I especially like spinning every barrel in the queue, getting to see each of the dwarves come to life. Something I always do. I always like to catch the water right before you get to the barrels and like splash it on my mom sometime. So it's a whole experience. The queue, the ride itself. It's all an experience for me.
Yeah. Well, since I put it in B and you put it in S, I think the only decision is to do A. And
I agree.
Next time we go, we'll have to do a vlog of me riding it, and we'll reconsider to see if I think it should go to S. But obviously it goes in A because we had to split the decision. But yeah, I'm excited to. I'd be excited to go back and rewrite it because, like I said, I haven't since my first time being a pass holder, which was a while ago. I see our A tier is filling up. Our A and D tier are pretty full right now. Those are the 2 full ones. So
you either got a bunch of good or a bunch of bad.
Yeah. Next one. I know you hate this one. You tell me every time we talk about it. I went on it yesterday. It's a Small World.
F.
No.
F.
It cannot be an F.
It has to be an F. There's no other way.
What do you not like about it? Is it the song?
I'll set the scene.
Okay.
I get to Disney. First time going in a very long time. We ride Pirates. Short queue. Close to Small.
All right, so the next one I know you're not going to like because you tell me every freaking time. It's a Small World.
Guys, I'm going to set the scene of why this is the worst ride. 2023. December 27th.
Wow.
First time going back to Disney World since I was a pass holder as a kid. Ride Pirates, love it. We're doing great. It's 5 minutes. I was like, cool. We could get on. Waiting in line. Boom. Hour and a half.
Now you're stuck on it?
That the line is.
Oh, wow.
Then went from 5 minutes to an hour and a half instantly. Then we get called up. Party of 2. That's us. We get on. We're riding through. Song. It's a small world after.
Banger.
Dolls are scaring me.
Hold on. 2 years ago, the dolls were scaring you?
They're creepy.
All right.
You gotta let me finish my story.
I'll let you
I'm
go.
setting the scene.
My fault.
Here's something come over the intercom. Barely hear it because of the song. Ride's broken. In the middle of Small World. Robots moving. Stuck. 20 minutes stuck. Just waited an hour and a half. Stuck for 20 minutes on Small World. It's already a long ride. The song keeps going. So the ride's broken, but the song's not broken. So the song's still going. Then I vowed when I got off that I would never ride that again. And still going strong.
Yeah. That seems like a tough scenario. But the vow to never go on it again. What if your kids want to go on it one day?
Mom's got it. And go with grandma.
Okay. So for my nostalgia, that's because I've went on it many times. Went on it yesterday. I'd give it a D tier.
It's F. Let's just be real. I see the value of this ride with diversity and inclusion. Those are great messages to have. Awesome. But besides that theme and message that they're sending, horrible. I saw a fact because of the water in the ride. The hair that's yarn actually grows. The hair grows and gets longer.
Like on the dolls?
Yeah,
That's
on
fire.
the dolls. It could be molded for all we know.
They gotta trim the hair.
Maybe. That might be part of the cleanup crew's duty at the end of the night.
I think for the weight and only for the weight, I think I would agree that it's an F tier.
It's never a short line, and I think it's one of those rides that they will say it's shorter than what it actually is.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Small World fans out there. I tried to give it a chance. I was actually excited to get on it. And then that experience has ruined it for me. Maybe one day I'll break the vow and try it again. But for right now, that's where it stands in my heart.
Okay. Whatever. I'll let you have your vow. Well, actually, I won't let you have your vow because I had a vow. And this is the next ride. I had the vow to never go on Space Mountain because I went on it once, terrifying, as a little kid. And then I heard the story of the gentleman who lost his hand. Dehandicatation. And I vowed, I was like, I'm never raising my hand. I'm never going on this ride ever again because my hands are important to me. My head is important to me. And sure enough, y'all convinced me to go on it yesterday.
No, we did not convince. This is what happened. We were going on the trolley to Hollywood Studios. And I said, if I land this bottle flip, you have to ride Space Mountain. I land it because I'm that guy. Ethan tries to respond saying, if I land it, I don't. He misses.
Yep.
And then I facilitate it and land it again. So he has to ride it. You can't not ride it now. You have to do it. It's concrete. It's like a pinky promise. You got to do it.
I do remember now that that was the original reason. But at the end of the day, freaking, it's my body. So if I don't want to go on the freaking ride, I'm not going to go on the freaking ride. But y'all did convince me to not be a wuss and to hold up to my end of the deal that we had. And sure enough, it was great. I had a blast. I definitely was like this in my seat. And the whooshing of the metal things was a bit scary. But it was great to literally not see where you're going, and the and I was literally I wouldn't call it screaming. I was like gasping. I was like, oh, I was doing stuff like that, and it was fun. It was actually fun to be able to gasp and have those little bit of sketchy moments.
Because I even think on like other dark rides, like Guardians is a great dark ride, but you can still see to a degree. Space Mountain, you can't see anything really. You don't know where you're going. You don't know when it's gonna drop, and when they break you off, in my personal opinion, the right side is a better experience. The drops are a lot deeper, and I think it goes faster. But
No.
that just might be my opinion. We got to ride the back, both sides, so
Yeah.
we really kind of got to compare.
Yeah, it's definitely it's mirrored, so they are a bit different because in one you go left and one you go right, and stuff like that. But I definitely felt like it was one was the right one, like you said, was a bit more jolty and faster a little bit because we sat in the rear car both times, so we both had the exact same variable for everything except just different side. And yeah, I think that the right side is better. So if you get a chance to go on that side, I may go on it. But I also think it is darker because there's no screens, there's no nothing to be lit up. You know what I mean? Which
Right.
I think that they should do something to enhance it because I was like, there's no theming here inside the actual ride. It's just dark.
I think I did get to see a couple things actually inside when we rode on the left side the first time. But I think you're like, or at least me, I was so focused on like trying to see the track that I wasn't paying attention. But like,
Okay.
it's not like huge. There was just
Right.
like small little things.
Right, I didn't even see it. So maybe it's like a black light thing where maybe it was glowing or something. Because I know it's well, I guess I didn't see it, but it definitely if it was a screen, it would be lighting stuff up.
Oh no, it
And-
wasn't a screen.
Right. So that's why I think that I think that adds to it, and that's why Guardians is a little bit more lit up, and Rock and Roller Coaster is a little bit more lit up because they have that big arches and screens and all that. But if there was a way to make a little bit more things be able to be seen in Space Mountain, it would be great. But I mean, beyond that, I still think it's an S tier.
S?
S, yeah.
I agree.
Agree.
It was a great ride.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I low-key now wish that I went on it every single time now because that's a lot of time wasted. You know what I mean?
Right. And also, the seating can be a little cramped. The only kind of hard spot to sit in is the front of each cart. The back's luxurious. You're first class.
Yeah,
but
I had the front.
The front, I've ridden it before. You've rode in it both times.
Right.
You're cramped.
Yeah, it was not fun. Because you either have to have your legs like all the way out to wrap around, or like all the way in so it could bend. And yeah, and don't need to use the bathroom before because it was pushing on my bladder pretty bad, and I had to dip to the bathroom right after. But yeah, besides it being cramped, there is a couple things that I wish they would upgrade, but even still, S tier.
Yeah, it's a great ride.
Yep. Next one, we did talk about this ride in our first episode. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is the full name. This is the ride that you got super wet on, and we have that picture up. Yeah, tough times. Do you remember it beforehand? Splash Mountain, do you fully remember?
I don't remember a ton of details, but I do remember some of it.
Okay. Yeah, I whenever we were pass holder, it was still Splash Mountain. And I personally, it's literally the same track or route. I personally don't understand the story that they're telling. Because, well, I understand it, but I'm like, this is the worst thing that they could have made. Because The whole thing is about Tiana making a restaurant. She has a dream to put this restaurant together. So maybe they go around and collect spices for a new food item, or for a dessert item, or to put on this whole big dinner or whatever. No, they find random animals that could play music to build a band. Has nothing to do with the movie.
Right. And I've seen, watching other stuff too, a lot of people have that same idea, and me myself as well. Like like you said, there's the theming seems strange, like it doesn't connect in the beginning because you start off, you see her, which is fine, but then you go off into a garden, and then which would make sense for spices. You go through like tomatoes and other things like
Right.
that, and then you go down, and then you enter the bayou, and then you start getting animals, and then somehow you're to where they're playing instruments.
And in somewhere in there, I was about to say Madame Leota, the the witch lady of the movie. Sorry to her, but makes you turn to small. You turn small, so you could find the lightning bugs. So you're the same size as the lightning bugs. That makes no sense to me. Do you remember that part?
I do, I do.
Yeah.
It's before one of the drops, I believe.
Yeah. And they just, for me, it just makes no sense. Like, why do we? And we have no time where we transform back. That's what a lot of rides do. Like Ratatouille, you got A Bug's Life at one point. They turn you small, and then they have some time where they put you back in normal size, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And they didn't do that. And there's 0 point. I think they could have done a lot more with the food items if you turn small, because you could be like, hey, we have this giant party, so let's, I don't know. Or they could have, like, because everything was big on that part, so instead of turning us small, let's turn the items big, the food items and the spices and all that, so we could feed more people. What are we talking about? I just came that off the dome. Like, it the story makes no sense to me.
Right. And I think if I'm rating the ride, just the ride, I'm giving it A tier. But because the story to me makes no sense, I have to give it a B.
Yeah.
Like, it has to go down a level for the sake of the story doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even Hall of Presidents story makes more sense, and that's also in B. Live Floor, I completely agree. I would wait all the same amount of time for all these three rides, or all these three things.
And actually, this time of the year, if you do like Tiana, this is a great time because it is a little colder, but ride times are always pretty short, especially later in the day. Last night when we were there, granted, it's going to be a little cold, but the wait time was 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And it was only 9 o'clock. Now,
true.
this is also prime time for fireworks and the parades are coming up. But like I said, if you're trying to look for a good time to do it,
yeah,
that's a good time.
Yeah, it was definitely prime. It would be a walk on. And, it was a bit cold in Orlando, cooler. You definitely, it wasn't one of those things where you could walk off and then in 30 minutes you'd be dry like in the summer. Like, you were going to remain wet until you get to wherever you're going, wherever you have your change of clothes. And do I think that's worth it? Not necessarily, but I know that when it is summer and it is super hot, people are going on that like crazy, and it is on level with Tron and stuff. So, yeah, and like we talked about before, you don't really get super wet unless you're in the front row. And then that's where I think it's good. I think that if you really want to ride it, something like this, and it's 5 minute wait, you want to experience it, ask for the back row. You'll be chilling.
Yeah, you're safe to not get wet if you're in the very back. But the closer you get, the more you're going to get splashed. Front row, you might as well just sign it and know you're going to get soap.
Yeah, for sure. And you can always request not to do that.
Right.
Cool. Well, we are hitting a good time now to pause this episode. This was a good third episode, and part 2 of the tier list for Magic Kingdom. We really didn't expect it to take this long, but we like that we are able to talk about our stories and different parts of the rides. We're gonna have 7 more to go, and I think that will make another equally long part. So that's gonna be good. We have some good ones to talk about on our next episode, and we talked about some good ones now. I really think that we had some good ones to talk about. We have Space Mountain in an S tier, so we added one more S tier. As of right now, we only have 2, which is good. You know, I don't like having a lot in S tier.
It's a sacred tier.
Yeah, sacred S, fire. And then A tier, we added Pirates of the Caribbean and Seven Dwarfs. I still agree. Obviously, we're going to do a vlog for me whenever I go on Seven Dwarfs, so that way I can really be able to see if it deserves that S tier spot. Then we added Tiana's Bayou and Laugh Floor to B. I still agree. Nothing got put in C tier today. We got Teacups and Peter Pan in D. And then the Carousel and It's a Small World in F tier. I think we did good. I still agree with everything.
Yeah, I have no grief about anything.
No.
It's all good.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, look out for our socials on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. That seems like the popular place where it's at right now. We're going to try to get some better quality reels. Right now, we're testing different things, and obviously with the camera and the microphones, we're testing to see how we can make the experience better for y'all. And hopefully, once we got everything down pat, that we'll start growing big and be able to keep sharing our videos with people.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the future holds for us. Of course, we're going to continue to grow in some of the equipment we have and some of the stories that we're going to be able to share. And also, as we continue to go, we're going to have more things to talk about and share with you guys. But if you don't have anything else, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment if you want. And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya. Perfect.